Hello everyone, it's me, Zander, and I have a question for you. Do you like to read? Yeah, I agree with you. Let's check out Dear Reader from Apple Arcade and begin our sentence solving. Dear Reader. Let's start a new game. Dear Reader, we heard you loved books, so we think you're going to enjoy these little literary puzzles. Let's get started with selections from Pride and Prejudice. The editors. Chapter 1 from Pride and Prejudice from Jane Austen. A truth universally acknowledged. Ready for your first bit of wordplay? Dear reader, click on the missing blue word below to fill the blank. Fill in the blank. It is a truth universally acknowledged that a single man in possession of a good fortune must be in want of a good wife. Next chapter. New man in town. My dear Mr. Bennet, said his lady, to him one day, have you heard that Netherfield Park? Mr. Bennet replied that he had not. But it is, returned she, for Miss Long has just been here and she told me all about it. Mr. Bennet no answer. Do you not want to know who has taken it? Cried his wife impatiently. You want to tell me, and I have no objection to hearing it. Next chapter. Chapter 3. What is his name? Ready for a new kind of wordplay? Line, and then click one below another. See what happens, dear reader. Ready for a new kind of wordplay? Click the blue line and then another. See what happens, dear reader. What is his name? Bingley. Is he married or single? Oh, single, my dear, to be sure. A single man of large fortune, 4,000 or 5,000 a year. What a fine thing for our girls. How so? How can it affect them? My dear Bennet, replied his wife, how can you be so tiresome? You must know that I am. I don't think we got that part right over there, but we'll continue. Is that his design in settling here? Design. Nonsense. design? Nonsense. How can you talk so? But it is very likely that he may fall in love with one of them, and therefore you must visit him. And therefore you must visit him as soon as he comes. Next chapter. But consider your daughters. You are over scrupulous, surely. I dare say Mr. Bingley will be very glad to see you, and I will send a few lines to you by assure him of my hearty consent to his marrying of whichever he chooses of the girls, though I must throw in a good word for my little Lizzie. I desire you will do no such thing. Lizzie is not a bit better. Lizzie is not a bit better than the others, and I'm sure she is not half so handsome as Jane, nor half so good-humored as Lydia. But you are always giving her the preference. Chapter 5. Lizzie, Lydia, Jane. They have none of them much to recommend, he replied. They are all silly and ignorant, like the other girls, but Lizzie has something more. Lizzie has something more of quickness than her sisters. Mr. Bennet, how can you abuse your own children in such a way? You take delight in vexing me. You have no compassion for my poor nerves. You mistake me. You mistake me. You mistake me, my dear. I have high respect for your nerves. They are my old friends. I have heard you mention them with consideration these last 20 years at least. Alright guys, that was the first 5 chapters of Pride and Prejudice. I hope you enjoyed reading along with me and filling in the puzzles and the missing blanks of the chapters. Stay tuned for more uploads, and I'll catch you on the next one.